Hey, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analyses, rumors, to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. Breaking news has just hit the sports world like a thunderbolt, sending shockwaves through every corner of the NFL fan base. Patrick Mahomes, the undisputed superstar quarterback who has carried the Kansas City Chiefs to glory and redefined what it means to lead a team in the modern era, has officially announced his departure from the Chiefs organization, ending an era that fans believed would never come to an end. The rumors have been swirling for weeks, whispers growing louder in the hallways of NFL stadiums, locker rooms, and social media platforms, but nobody truly expected this bombshell to become reality so suddenly. According to sources close to the situation, Mahomes had been in discreet negotiations with multiple teams, weighing options, evaluating opportunities, and considering his personal legacy, before ultimately making the shocking decision to accept a record-breaking proposal from the Dallas Cowboys, a move that will instantly reshape the power dynamics of the league. Fans of the Chiefs are reeling. Analysts are scrambling for explanations, and sports commentators are already speculating about the long-term consequences of this seismic shift, while Cowboys supporters are celebrating what may very well be the signing of the decade. This decision, seemingly born out of both financial incentive and a desire for a fresh challenge, signals a new chapter in Mahomes' career, one that will undoubtedly dominate headlines and conversations for months to come, as the NFL braces itself for what promises to be a historic offseason. The story behind Mahomes' decision is as intriguing as it is controversial, with insiders revealing a complex mix of factors that ultimately tipped the scales in favor of the Cowboys. While the Chiefs organization had reportedly offered him a competitive extension that would have made him the highest-paid quarterback in history, sources indicate that Mahomes was drawn to the unique challenge of leading Dallas, a team with a storied legacy, passionate fan base, and an ownership structure that has long been associated with ambitious moves and championship aspirations. Beyond the financial and professional considerations, there are whispers of personal motivations, including Mahomes' desire for a change of scenery and the chance to cement his legacy in a different franchise rather than spending his entire career in one city, no matter how successful. Analysts are debating the strategic implications of this move, considering how Mahomes' skill set will mesh with the Cowboys' offensive schemes, coaching philosophy, and existing roster, which already boasts some of the league's top talent. Meanwhile, social media is exploding with reactions from fans, former players, and commentators alike, dissecting every possible angle of the announcement, speculating about the ripple effects on other quarterbacks, and questioning what this means for Patrick Mahomes' long-term legacy. The tension between loyalty, ambition, and opportunity has rarely been more visible than it is right now. And the story is far from over, with trade rumors, draft strategies, and contract negotiations all likely to intensify as the NFL community processes the full magnitude of this unprecedented move. Every conversation, tweet, and panel discussion now seems to revolve around the question: what does this mean for the future of the Chiefs, the Cowboys, and the league as a whole? From the moment the announcement broke, the sports world seemed to pause, collectively absorbing the enormity of what just occurred. For years, Mahomes had been the face of Kansas City, leading the Chiefs through record-breaking seasons, thrilling playoff runs, and unforgettable Super Bowl moments, crafting a narrative of excellence, resilience, and star power that few players in history could rival. To see him suddenly pivot to the Dallas Cowboys is to witness a seismic shift in the balance of power, creating endless speculation about how the team dynamics will evolve, how rivalries will intensify, and how the legacies of both the Chiefs and Cowboys will be rewritten in real time. The psychological impact on players, coaches, and fans cannot be underestimated, as the Chiefs now face the daunting task of rebuilding around a vacuum left by a generational talent, while Dallas suddenly finds itself catapulted into the national spotlight with expectations of immediate success, increased scrutiny, and a spotlight that is both dazzling and unforgiving. Sports pundits are racing to analyze the strategic fit, predicting how Mahomes' mobility, arm strength, and field vision will integrate with Dallas' offensive line, receiving core, and coaching philosophy, while skeptics question whether the move was motivated by short-term gain or long-term ambition. Everywhere you look, the story grows more layered, from emotional reactions on fan forums to financial analyses on sports networks, each perspective attempting to capture the complexity of a decision that will dominate headlines for months, if not years, and change the narrative of the NFL in ways no one could have imagined just a week ago. The behind-the-scenes drama leading up to Mahomes' decision has become almost mythical, with reports of private meetings, cryptic statements, and clandestine negotiations painting a picture of tension, strategy, and careful calculation. According to some insiders, Mahomes and his management team meticulously evaluated multiple offers, weighing not just financial incentives, but the competitive landscape, team culture, and personal goals, ultimately concluding that Dallas offered a combination of resources, legacy, and immediate championship potential that was too compelling to ignore. There are also whispers that the Chiefs may have underestimated the depth of Mahomes' ambition for a new challenge, believing that loyalty and past success would keep him anchored in Kansas City indefinitely. The ripple effects of this decision are already being felt across the league, as other teams reassess their own quarterback situations, draft strategies, and free agent priorities, realizing that the domino effect of one superstar moving can dramatically reshape an entire offseason. The media frenzy surrounding this announcement is unprecedented, with analysts, reporters, and fans dissecting every angle, speculating about potential trade packages, salary cap implications, and even future coaching adjustments that may arise as a consequence of Mahomes joining the Cowboys. In essence, this isn't just a player signing. It's a cultural and strategic shift, a narrative earthquake that will dominate NFL conversations for years to come, highlighting the power of one individual to redefine expectations, ignite speculation, and alter the course of multiple franchises simultaneously. Financially, the deal reportedly breaks all previous records, solidifying Mahomes not only as a dominant force on the field, but also as a financial powerhouse in the league, a factor that adds another layer of intrigue to this already sensational story. Sources indicate that the contract includes unprecedented incentives, signing bonuses, and guarantees that reflect not just his past accomplishments, but the perceived value of his leadership, charisma, and ability to draw national attention. This development has sparked a broader conversation about the escalating salaries of top-tier NFL quarterbacks, and whether such megadeals create pressure on other teams to match or exceed offers in order to remain competitive. Fans, analysts, and commentators are now debating the sustainability of these contracts, their impact on team dynamics, and the strategic calculus behind investing heavily in a single player versus distributing resources more broadly across a roster. Meanwhile, Dallas management is being praised for pulling off what many see as a coup, acquiring a generational talent capable of transforming the team's trajectory almost overnight, while also facing intense scrutiny to deliver on the enormous expectations that come with such an investment. This financial aspect is inseparable from the narrative of ambition, legacy, and power, illustrating how money, strategy, and personal vision converge to shape the landscape of professional football in ways that are both exhilarating and controversial, capturing the attention of fans, media, and critics alike. The cultural impact of Mahomes' move extends far beyond the field, resonating in fan communities, social media platforms, and the broader sports landscape in ways that are difficult to quantify but impossible to ignore. Memes, reaction videos, and passionate debates have erupted across every platform, creating a digital ecosystem that mirrors the tension, excitement, and incredulity felt in stadiums across the country. For Chiefs fans, there's a sense of betrayal, heartbreak, and disbelief, as the player who embodied their recent triumphs and carried their hopes for the future now dons the colors of a long-standing rival. For Cowboys fans, the announcement ignites dreams of championship glory, instant relevance, and a revitalized team identity centered around one of the most electrifying quarterbacks in history. The media continues to amplify these narratives, framing the story not just as a business decision or a sports transaction, but as a saga of ambition, loyalty, and legacy that speaks to the emotional core of the NFL experience. In essence, Mahomes' departure is not merely a roster change. It is a cultural event, a social phenomenon, and a narrative juggernaut that will dominate headlines, conversations, and debates for months, possibly years, as the ripple effects continue to shape the identities of both franchises and the expectations of the league as a whole. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. As the dust begins to settle from this unprecedented announcement, the strategic implications of Mahomes joining the Cowboys are becoming clearer, yet remain deeply complex and layered, leaving fans, analysts, and insiders alike in a state of perpetual speculation. The Cowboys' offensive scheme, long characterized by a strong running game, disciplined play calling, and reliance on veteran leadership, is now poised to undergo a radical transformation to accommodate Mahomes' dynamic style, including his ability to improvise, extend plays, and execute high-risk, high-reward passes that have defined his career. Coaches and strategists are reportedly conducting exhaustive simulations, evaluating matchups, and designing formations that maximize Mahomes' strengths while mitigating potential vulnerabilities in protection and decision-making under pressure. Meanwhile, rumors suggest that key roster moves are already under discussion, with management exploring trades, free agent signings, and draft strategies specifically aimed at surrounding Mahomes with elite talent, particularly in the receiving core and offensive line. Every detail is being scrutinized, from the timing of his first practice with the team to the subtle adjustments in pre-snap reads, signaling a meticulous approach to ensuring a smooth transition. This process, fueled by the high stakes of national attention, enormous financial investment, and the weight of fan expectations, has created an atmosphere that blends anticipation, anxiety, and excitement, effectively turning the Cowboys' offseason into a suspenseful drama that rivals any blockbuster narrative, while the league watches, speculates, and recalibrates its understanding of competitive balance in the modern era. Reports indicate that the psychological and cultural impact of Mahomes' move on the Dallas locker room is equally profound, as veteran players and emerging stars adjust to the presence of one of the league's most influential quarterbacks, whose confidence, charisma, and competitive drive are both inspiring and intimidating. Insiders suggest that team chemistry discussions are taking place behind closed doors, with leadership structures being reassessed and informal hierarchies subtly shifting to integrate Mahomes' vision, approach, and leadership style into the broader team ethos. Analysts speculate about the potential tension between existing veterans and a superstar newcomer, debating how personalities, ambitions, and playing styles will align or clash as the team prepares for the upcoming season. Moreover, fans are projecting expectations onto this new era, envisioning immediate Super Bowl contention, increased media attention, and a revitalized national profile for the Cowboys, which adds another layer of pressure on both the coaching staff and the player himself. Every interaction, practice, and decision is now magnified, creating a feedback loop of scrutiny, commentary, and anticipation that extends far beyond the field, infiltrating social media debates, sports talk shows, and fan communities. The narrative has transcended a simple sports transaction, evolving into a study of leadership, culture, and adaptability in professional sports, while the entire league braces for how this seismic shift may redefine rivalries, playoff dynamics, and long-term strategic planning. Meanwhile, the Kansas City Chiefs face an equally daunting challenge in the wake of Mahomes' departure, tasked with the near-impossible goal of rebuilding a team around a void left by a generational talent whose presence had shaped nearly every aspect of the organization's identity. Sources reveal that Chiefs management is exploring multiple scenarios, including drafting a high-profile quarterback, pursuing trade opportunities, and restructuring offensive schemes to remain competitive despite the absence of Mahomes' unparalleled skill set. Analysts have highlighted the psychological ramifications for the remaining roster, noting that players who had relied on Mahomes' leadership and game-changing ability may now face an adjustment period fraught with uncertainty, performance pressure, and the need to redefine their roles. The fan base, meanwhile, has experienced an emotional roller coaster, with social media exploding in a mix of nostalgia, outrage, and cautious optimism for the team's future, reflecting the broader narrative of loyalty, identity, and resilience that has accompanied professional sports for decades. Discussions in sports media have expanded to consider the long-term strategic consequences for the Chiefs, including salary cap flexibility, coaching approaches, and potential acquisition targets, each decision carrying amplified significance in light of Mahomes' exit. This scenario highlights the intricate interplay between individual talent, organizational strategy, and cultural identity, underscoring how one player's movement can reshape the destiny of an entire franchise while simultaneously altering fan perception, league narratives, and media discourse in profound and lasting ways. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.